That's better. Our lovers now have a title for them both, boyfriend and girlfriend. This was significant growth. They were now destined to spend the holidays together. And through this journey, they certainly adventure. I'll skip over the details of their first Christmas, as I know they both would rather forget that business. Which brings us to their paramount date, a day defined by love for their first mate. And so our story skips the calendar, but stops at February 14. Slow down that day, so I can speak of my queen. Let me go back just one day, though, and there's a detail that made her heart flow. On the 13th, there was a delivery made to her door. Flowers from her lover, something she'd always wished for. A gesture so simple, but so unexpected. It set a tone for love, and she finally felt protected. Back to the day where love was to blossom. In my lifetime, there's never been a day so awesome. We kept it very easy and simple and sweet. Shopping together for potatoes, asparagus, and meat. Spending our evening in the kitchen, never expecting anyone else to pitch in. There was music and dancing and plenty of kissing. Our couple only had one small thing they were missing. 3 words, just 8 little letters. But for both of them, it was like eating hot peppers. A phrase they were afraid to say and to believe. It was all just going too well and difficult to conceive. But it was time to thieve from one another, their hearts to be filled with color. They had chicken and wine, and felt ever so divine. With hearts bore on their arms, they had gifts for each other, no cause for alarm. The boy took no risks, giving a card and some chocolates. How could you blame him? He couldn't give her a corset. Our story takes a pause, as I must tell you his thoughts. She was in his dreams, pervading like a love knot. In a net he was caught. When they had their first date, he was fresh out of a relationship. But she had somehow managed, in just a quick 7-month blip, to take everything he had known about love and become what he always wanted, a beautiful dove. So what was it that she could give him? What has the boy filled with love to the brim? Well, remember when the girl was hesitant to give him some kisses? That's exactly what she gave him, a torrent so delicious. A jar painted red and tied with a bow, Hershey kisses inside, each with something else you should know. Written on each was a song or a moment or thought she had. It wasn't said then, but I could tell then that it wasn't just a fad. We both knew on that day things would never be the same, and we now had eHarmony to blame. For our future was to be filled with many a board game, and someday soon she will take my last name. And it was shortly after that day that we had no shame. It was only a month later that I said what was branded onto my heart. I love you, Emily, I shouted now to my sweetheart. I was worried I wouldn't hear a response for many days, but without skipping a beat, she gave me some praise. Thank you for that moment, and happy Valentine's days.